Welcome everybody to the third episode of the Super Auto Podcast. Today we have Hop on. How you doing, Hop?
Great.
How's it going? Um, we do this every time, but tell me, a little bit about yourself. What do you do, in your life outside of Super Auto Pets?
Yeah, so I'm Hop. You can call me Hop. I am turning 21 in about a week and a half.
Mhm.
I'm a college student. Um, most of my life is centered around Super Auto Pets. That's not true. That's not true.
Yeah, your whole
I'm not
life.
gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a pretty I don't know, normal dude. Like my life is like outside of this, I would call it a double life, but I barely live a double life. Like a lot of my friends know about it, and they just think it's funny.
Mhm.
But outside of that, I like
Yeah.
sports. I'm a big baseball fan. Also a big football fan. Um, and I play baseball at school. Not like the actual team, but the club team.
Mhm.
So it's just not like serious. Like I'm not super good, but it's just like one of my passions. I like music a lot. I self-taught myself like guitar and ukulele, and I used to drum a lot. Like for 10 years, I was like a trained.
Mhm. That's cool.
Um,
That's cool.
like I knew my way around a set.
Mhm.
Um, let's see. Is there anything else? Not really. I collect hats. I'm a
Oh
big
yeah,
fan of.
yeah.
I'm a big believer in hats, all kinds. Which I still owe some people a hat stream
Oh
from like
yeah.
a year ago. But yeah, my
Yeah.
my interests are pretty far and wide. But
Yeah. So like how do you tell people that like you meet in person that like you spend 5 hours a day playing an animal emoji game? Like how does
right,
that come up
so
in conversation?
I will say it took me. um, I've been seeing my current girlfriend for like almost a year, and like we've been
Mhm.
dating for like 8 months, and it
Mhm.
took me at least like 6 months and a decent amount of alcohol to let her know.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
not because she would think it was like there's anything wrong with it, but because it was just like embarrassing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
The
yeah.
first people who knew my real life, I've kind of explained this story before, but I'll just explain it roughly. Some of my friends from home, not from like college, but they all played, and I didn't know this, right? So I came
Mhm.
home one year, and they were like, we were like playing spike ball, and then afterwards they all sat around and started like playing a lobby, and I was like,
Mhm.
this is crazy. Like I didn't,
Yeah.
I kept it all in. I was like, yes. And I was like, oh, like I know what that game is. Like,
Yeah.
it was like when it was popular. It was like when like
Mhm.
Ludwig was still playing and everything, and I was like, let me hop in, and I
Yeah.
jumped in and I smacked them. They're
Yeah.
like, are you good? And I was like, yeah. Like I played a lot, and they were like, oh, you should play this guy. He's the best out of all of us. And then that's ball sack juggler.
Oh,
So
that's great. Yeah.
that's the lore. That's the lore. So the best out of all of my friends from home is a guy who's played in our scene for a little bit.
That's pretty
Um,
cool. Yeah.
but yeah, outside of that, I kind of just like I kind of minimize it, I guess.
Mhm.
Like I'm like, yeah, I'm playing like a. I don't really know how to explain it. Like it's like this is like it's kind of like a stupid game. It like looks stupid if you watch me play it, but I'm good at
Yeah,
it.
yeah. So have you played any other games like competitively or and how does that compare?
Not really.
I mean, we have a
Like
world record holder in the building though.
yeah, but so that like that happened after. That happened because
That
of my stream. I thought it'd be funny to be a wizard rule, or I did Wizard 101 Wednesdays with Draco, and then me and
Mhm.
Draco found that game and started playing it, and I was like, this would be crazy if I had a speed run. I tried it and it was
Yeah.
crazy. Like and then I like committed way too much time to it. Honestly,
Mhm.
that's what I'm more embarrassed about, like time wise. Like that, I have like thousands of attempts at that.
Yeah, that's
It's
that's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
the the second like the second highest like the person in second place in the world record, like if you watch the video, it's just like him like arguing with his friends about like Clash Royale, and he's like 13, and then he's like and he beats it, and he's like, oh, I got the world record back. I'm
Yeah.
sitting there, and I'm sitting there like this is my stream for like
Yeah.
2 hours a day for like 6 months to get it, like.
Yeah, full locked in. Yeah.
But yeah, I've been playing some like Pokemon like somewhat competitively.
Mhm.
But I've never gone to like tournaments or anything, so it's hard to say that that counts. like I take games seriously. Like I played Destiny 1 and 2. I played that for like over 1,000 hours in each game, and
Yeah.
like that was pretty serious. But like it's not a game where you can like really compare yourself with other people, because like the
Yeah,
main
yeah.
crux of the game is cooperative,
Mm.
and like there's so many people who play it, like commit time to it, that you can't really say it's like something you play competitively versus like just something that you can commit your time to, you know?
Right, right. So how did you like first get into SAP, and then how did you get like into it competitively? Because you've been around for a long time. You were in the first tournament that I joined, I'm pretty sure. So you weren't like a top player, but like how did you get into it?
Yeah. I think I got into it I think you were streaming before I was like in the competitive scene, I guess. But I
Mm,
first started, so I knew the game, and like I had played it for a while without knowing the competitive scene at all.
mm,
I was like, I think I was just watching a stream. I was watching a stand stream,
mm,
and it just so happens that it was around the time, like a week before the stands tournament happened.
mm,
And Cass was in Stan's chat talking about the tournament.
mm.
And so then I asked, I asked, I was like, is there like a way for me to like get a Discord for this or anything like that? And so Cass sent me, what remember there's like a council, and like you
Yeah,
had to
yeah.
like, it was like that Discord. So I got sent that one, which really didn't have anything like to access, because it was basically just like you had to sign up. It was like once every couple months you had to like beat like
Yeah.
six of the best players
God,
to
that
like
system was
get access
so shitty. That
get
was
access to the thing, and like
yeah.
um but that was the first one I got into, and then I like started talking to some random people. I got into like what was that server called? Fortune
Uh,
Fiesta. But
yeah,
before
yeah,
before everything merged, that was like the first like ranked ladder.
yeah.
There was like a shitty little ranked ladder. Like I think
Mm.
I probably played Casil like uh,
Oh yeah,
250 times.
yeah.
Um
On the donut seeds ranked ladder, like you and Consil and me and like two of my ults were
there's
like on
Month.
there. Yeah, Monk.
Yeah,
That's when
there's a
Monk was
couple other
actually
people. Echo,
good.
I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
when Mump
yeah.
was actually good. But
Oh,
yeah, that's how I got into it, and then I don't know. I just started. I just like stayed with it. People seemed like fairly cool. I remember I asked Cass. I DM'd Cass about like help. Like, how do I get into this? Like, it seems like it's kind of hard to like find my way around, and like if she could give me any advice, and she aired me
mm,
for like almost like a year.
mm.
And there's like a point, I think she like DM'd me about something, asking for help like much later on.
Mm.
And then she DM'd me, and then she immediately like she saw my message from like a year ago.
Yeah.
And she was like, this is so awkward. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
And
Oh man.
I just like deleted it. I was like, it's okay. Like I don't mind.
Yeah. Um.
But that was funny.
Yeah. So, as someone who, you weren't always like that as like a top player, but you are now for sure. What do you think made you grow as a player? And how did you get as good as you did? Because you're somebody that I think had a different, like development than most people did in this game.
Right. So as like one of the best players in the world, um, I feel like I can talk about, that giant, that huge leap that I had to take.
Yeah, yeah, top three, maybe even top one player hop.
Maybe, yeah, maybe top zero. I might be better than myself. Some can argue. Um, I got lucky. Um, I mean, I just like hung out in a bunch of calls, and like I would say like I think so before I ever like really improved, I was a 5 seed in the first team tour season. And I didn't
Yeah.
get like bumped up at all that season. I was just a 5 seed the whole time. And during that time, like we did a lot of just hanging out in calls or whatever, doing whatever, playing the game, and like watching people play the game. And I don't know, I just got lucky. I made friends.
Mm.
Rekwar like talked to me a bunch. He would ask me for games. Actually, so him sending the zoomed in pictures of pets
Yeah.
started with me.
Mm.
But think about how BM this is. I'm a 5 seed, right? Rekwar
Mm.
is like still the best player in the world, or arguably the best player in the world.
Mm.
And he'll like ask me for games. It'll be like late night once every 2 or 3 days,
Mm.
and he'll beat me like 80%. And
Yeah.
after every single game, he would send me a zoomed in picture of the pet,
Mm.
and then he would just go REQ. for the code of the game.
That's actually amazing.
And one time he even just like deconstructed the squirrel in screenshots and then rebuilt it in the DM with like 10 different screenshots.
So Record's always been like that.
Oh yeah, this is like a year and a half ago.
Oh,
But we would play like, I don't know, 15, 20, 30 games, and then after all our messing around and me losing, I would be like answer my questions for like 10 minutes. Like I would ask like very pointed questions about like certain things that I did and like why he did certain things and like what made this good and that good. And then over time, like I absorbed all the information and I got better. And after that, it's just, I put too many hours in this game.
yeah.
And you're gonna get better if you put in too many hours. We've seen that from like so many different players who like are just they started not very good. I mean, I think like Knob and Noob Skills are like some of the main examples. Like,
Oh yeah.
have they even really gotten coached? Like
No,
they just
I mean, yeah,
they just
not
like
really,
play the
because
game,
yeah,
and now they can both beat anyone
mhm.
like pretty consistently.
Yeah. I think you're definitely underrated in that aspect of like I think between like Rekor and Kai, like you've absorbed so much information and like I think you're a little underrated when people talk about like people who like grinded and got like coached up and asked for a lot of help.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Thank you.
yeah.
But yeah, Kai and Tangle were a big help too after that.
Exactly. This is a different question. What was your favorite meta, and why was it your favorite
Oh, this is a. I'm trying to decide whether like what to answer here.
meta? Yeah,
My
yeah.
favorite my favorite meta as a player was probably the Caterpillar meta when
Mm-hmm.
Caterpillar was a tier 3 and had no counterplay, and
Mm-hmm.
Pack 2 was like you could lotto Pack 2 with Caterpillar and like it was like forcible.
Mm-hmm.
And that was my favorite meta because I didn't play it and I was like getting better and like beating people with
Mm-hmm.
Pack 1 when no one else was using it basically.
Mm-hmm.
Even you cheated on me.
When?
You were like one of the last guard, and then you were playing Pack 2. You were playing lottery. That was fake of you.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, me and you were two of the last Pack One players. And like, I still play Pack One sometimes, but against some people, I did play Pack
You
Two.
couldn't commit to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is like it was so shit that it was
Oh
all
yeah,
like.
it was.
So also it was like I knew like the one set honestly that like made me turn it around was I was playing in season 5 against Jack the Pumpkin. And like I was
You
still
got
favorite,
cooked.
I was still favored in the 1v, but like he like took one game off me, and I'm like, bro, this guy's gonna instant tilt if I just go to Pack 2. And then I hit like one Bison, and like he just like fucking started DMing me. Dude, after that, I made him quit the game in the playoffs because I played him. I beat him in the regular season with Lotto, and then I full lottoed him in playoffs. I 3-0'd him, and he's like, bro, this game fucking sucks, and he quit and never touched it again. So
Dude,
I
yeah,
kind
no,
of
Lotto's.
yeah, it was so stupid.
But yeah, I thought that was fun because it was like uphill.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt pretty good even though I was like not playing a good pack.
Mm-hmm.
And close second is the draw meta that was on test server for about 2 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
where you could like literally force drums. I thought that was hilarious. And
Mm-hmm.
Jeet taught me how to play like
Oh,
drums.
I remember that. Yeah.
And so I was like, dude, I might be like top 5 like right now. Just for
Mhm.
these 2 weeks, I might be top 5. Just because no one else
Yeah.
like it's like me and Kai are like the only ones sitting here on like test server like spamming drums.
Mhm.
But as a coach, it was definitely guide theory. I don't think that's
Oh,
self-explanatory.
yeah,
If
yeah.
if my team didn't, if we didn't have the update in the middle of the team tour season, my team would have had like the freest playoff victory ever.
Mhm.
Because like that season, it was my bottom 4 was Bert, Pooh Balls, King Bob, and LC,
Mhm.
and like none of them were losing to anyone at their seed
Oh,
if
yeah.
they still had access to Pack 3. Like
Mhm.
it was crazy. Um, and we had like me and Rekwar. The
Yeah.
only weaknesses were the 3 and 4 seed. I'm sorry, Mav, if you're here.
Yeah. Wait,
Uh,
you had Cruiser on that team. I remember you just started saying, bro, Cruiser can't beat fucking anybody. He's just getting sent to the 4 seed every week.
no, no, yeah. We threw him to the wolves every single week. We're like
Yeah.
we're like either we play him against the 7 seed and see like he probably has a odds, or we play him against the 1 seed and just let
Yeah.
him let him let him do his thing. Schedule
Yeah.
on Monday.
Yeah.
We're not worried about
Oh
it.
man, I still remember the one tournament where it was Swiss into like top eight finals, and that was during like the OP Pack 2 meta, and me and you both made it. With the dog shit pack one, and then I think I got like fourth in that tournament. I'm pretty sure I lost to like Damon. That was a while back, but that was a fun
Oh,
one.
I think I know what you're talking about. It was
Yeah,
like
I think
Coconut
you were
Clash,
in
like
that
four
one.
or five.
Yeah, yeah,
It was probably the one that, yeah, it was probably one of the ones that I ran.
yeah. So what do you believe are your strengths and weaknesses as a player?
Um, I think my strength is that I never give up.
Mm.
That sounds kind of corny, but like it's
Yeah,
true.
yeah. I think that is. I think your mental is
Like
like way better than most
there's
players.
really good players who are really bad at that.
Hmm.
Including Requar.
Oh yeah.
Especially Requar.
Yeah, Records the biggest tilter. That's why in my set, when I was gonna play him in the last week, which we didn't end up playing because we didn't need to, like I literally that week I started practicing Pack 2. Just cause I'm
Just
like,
in
bro,
case.
yeah, I was like, if I lose first game on Pack 1 mirror, I'm like, I'm just gonna try to tilt him. So that's when I did that.
Yeah, but yeah, like um, it just I've won many games where like I shouldn't have won,
Mm,
and especially even against good players. Like I feel like some people think this game is like almost chess like, where like at the top level, if one person is better than the other, they're never gonna lose.
mm,
Which just like isn't true.
mm,
Like even I think the top level you can almost say is like 1500 level chess. And even at 1500 level chess, like you're still going to see blunders. You're still going to see like dumb mistakes that throw a game at the end of the game.
yeah.
Um, and also it's like good practice, like figuring out how to beat certain high rolls or like just like what is best against certain high rolls will help you in the situation where they high roll but just a little bit less, you know.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I think like so on top of that, I think or because of that, like my one of my best skills is like playing end games. Like I don't
Mm,
think my like board building, like especially early game positioning, like I'm kind of like bad at it.
mm,
Um, but like if I can get to the end with lives and like in a pretty even position, like I feel pretty confident in myself to like find the outs and out position and work around certain things and like seal out certain plays and things like that.
mm.
And that's probably because like I'm okay with playing with one life. I'm okay with playing with two lives. I'm okay with playing down. I'm okay with like knowing when to buy and sell like tech pets and things like that like don't feel as strong. Like the stats aren't as good, but the actual gain you get from it is pretty strong.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, I would say that.
So you've been a captain in 5 of the 7 seasons. Why do you keep doing it? What draws you to be a captain? But why do you decide that
I need to win. I
Yeah.
need to win.
Do you feel like
That's it.
do
That's
you feel like
it.
you being a captain puts you in a better position to win?
No, I think it's because I've like started a journey and I really want to win.
Mm, you just
And
want to win
I
as
like
a
I
captain.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
I want one of my teams to win. So
Mm,
and like I made the playoffs every year.
yeah, yeah.
Um
Except
and
season one, yeah.
also it's like I'm like I feel like I'm like Sisyphus, you know, like I have like a notoriously bad like team
Yeah.
tour, especially playoff record.
Oh,
So
don't
so
even
it's
get
like
me started. Yeah.
it always gets me coming back to it like I,
Mm, yeah. The,
but yeah.
that was my exact mindset. After season 3, I was on Echo's team. We won, and I was like, I was a pretty crucial role on that team. I wasn't like the best player, but I was like third or fourth best player. So I'm like, and then the next season, I'm like, I guess I'll captain because
Fifth or sixth probably. Sorry, go ahead. Fifth or
so
sixth probably best player.
oh yeah, fifth or sixth, yeah.
Maybe seventh most valuable.
Maybe, yeah,
You're up
probably.
there. Top
Yeah,
seven.
top
Sorry, go
seven
ahead.
for
Sorry.
sure. Yeah, yeah. But either way, and I was like, I guess I'll captain next season because like I wanted to win as a player, and then I'm like, I'll try to win as a captain. And then I got paired with sub, and I had to do all the work, and my team fucking sucked, and nobody ever talked. And I'm like, bro, fuck this. I'm not dealing with this anymore. So I stopped captaining after that. Um, but there is a part of me that wants to win as a captain just to
Yeah,
do it,
because it
eventually.
feels good. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bigger success than winning even like again with Echo's team, I was like the co-captain, I guess. So me and him like did
Right.
matchups every weekend. But like still, like just having your name there,
Yeah.
makes it feel better.
I also think captaining is just fun. I get to like meet more people. I get to like
Mm-hmm.
be autonomous with like who I play with and like how I design my team and like while
Mm-hmm.
it's like not always perfect, it's just like I don't know. I feel like I know more people just because I get to talk to them more.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna get into every episode we do a little bit of trivia. So we're gonna have a trivia
I
question
love
here for you.
trivia.
Yeah. So including yourself, there are 10 players so far that have played in all 7 seasons of Team Tour, including this
Yeah.
one. Who are
Okay.
who are they? Can you
Okay.
name all of
So
them?
including myself, so there's
Mm,
one.
yeah.
We have Echo.
Yep.
We have Kai.
Yes.
We have you.
Mm.
We have Marcoda.
He didn't play this season, so that doesn't count.
Oh, right. Okay, I'm pulling that one back.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about the teams. I'm just thinking about the teams from season one because those were like the
Mm.
smallest teams. Damon.
Yeah.
Um, Moose played this season. Moose.
Moose. Yeah.
Yes, nice. Okay, we're at 6. Um, so here are some of the names that are on my tongue. So I'm pretty sure Own It didn't.
No.
Like a couple seasons in the middle. I'm pretty sure Month.
Month. Yeah.
Okay, I was trying to think of whether Month played in like season 4 or 5
Yeah,
or
it's
whatever.
crazy. Month has made it every season.
he's steady gone down. Month might be the only player who's played at every seed.
I gotta fact check that. I gotta fact check that. Holy shit.
Who else could have? Damn, I might be stuck. That's
Dude.
7, right?
Yeah, you're missing
Yeah.
3 people.
I think my only other like idea is Light.
No, he missed season 2.
That's what I was
Yeah.
thinking that Light missed a season.
All those people missed season 2. Like, that season was so bad because of all the bars, but like Tangle, Light, Own It, all just didn't sign up in time.
Oh, okay.
So I'll give you some
Can you
hints.
give me hints?
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll give
okay.
you hints. So this person won as a co-captain. They have been a TO. And they're British. Ew,
Ew.
yuck. I know, right? I think he's British. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Wait.
he's British.
I don't know if this fulfills your clues, but is Equi one?
Equi is one, but that wasn't the clues. Yeah.
Yeah, because Equi didn't win as a
Yeah.
co-captain, but Equi is
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. People forget that Equi played in season 1 because like he wasn't very good.
Yeah, I think me and Equi played on some of the ranked ladders too.
Yeah.
HLZ.
Yeah, HL's played in every season. What are some other?
Also, I just want to say I cannot believe that wasn't even nominated for worst team tour.
Bro, that is because like
that was the biggest.
Like,
the fact that my season 1 team was nominated and HLC's team wasn't is the craziest snub of all time.
Like, I would get it because okay, that team didn't play this year, but then they nominated your team. So like I don't even understand it.
It's season. It's the same season.
Yeah, that team being there is like crazy, bro. They won fucking 4 sets in like a month and a half.
I think Light didn't sign up for the next season intentionally because of how bad the team was.
Bro,
he was like
whole
afraid
team
of getting held captive.
Bro, I remember fucking Skate quit because of that team. Like
yeah. Well, they were a little tilter too.
Yeah,
so
yeah. Okay, this person, the British person,
the British person.
They were on your team in season 1.
Oh, Geo. Yeah, obviously.
Geo.
I should have known that.
The last one has also been your teammate before. We just talked about him. Recently.
Rekwar?
Yeah, Rekwar. He's been in every season.
That's crazy to me because I feel like he talks about not joining every season.
He just signs up.
He just didn't count in my mind.
He just autopilots half the seasons he's so good, and then half the seasons he autopilots. Like this season he went 1-4. Last season he went 5-0. Then the season before that he was on your team. And the season before that he was horrible.
And when he's
I
on my
could
team, he
see
was
him.
good. The season before that, he was horrible. The
Yeah.
only reason why he was on my team was because he was bad the season before.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's crazy. He's all over.
Yeah.
But those are the
Yeah.
10. So me, you,
Okay.
Echo, Month, Geo, Moose, Damon, Kai, Ekwe, Rekor. Are all the
That's
people
interesting.
have been in all of them. Okay. So back to the questions. What team tour has been your favorite? Or what team tour team has been your favorite, and why? Why is it? Is it because of the success, or your teammates, or any reason?
Um, it's hard to argue that my favorite isn't the first one.
Mm,
Because like it was really what like locked me into the game. I made
yeah.
some like lasting friendships. I mean, like Geo and Echo and Mumph have like a pretty like significant effect on me. Like not just like playing the game, but just like being my friends.
Mm,
Um, Also, I will say my memory is like so bad. I have like the weirdest short-term memory, and I'll
mm,
like there's like significant events in my life that like I don't remember at all.
mm.
Um, and so all the team tours like all mush together.
Yeah.
Like whenever Damon does the trivia night,
Mm,
every like all the team tour questions I never know.
mm.
He's always like name last year. Like I couldn't name the team that beat me in the finals 2 seasons ago in like 2 months. Like I could name like two players.
It's crazy. Yeah.
So, but I would say that, and I would probably say C tier,
Yeah.
season
Yeah.
three,
Yeah. Dude,
because
that
I feel
was.
like
Oh man.
that was a bridge for me to like actually be really good, and like those
Yeah.
were also like very very cool people. Like almost all of them, I like maintain like a relationship with. Like what
Mm,
was it? Kai, Tangle, me, Flip, Drum,
mm.
um,
Fluffa was on that team.
Freets, Fluffo, and Violet Citizen. So yeah,
Yeah.
actually all of them.
Yeah.
Because I talked to Flip, I watched his streams or whatever, and then Drum I played Dungeons and Dragons with, and then Fluff and Violet I talked to all the time, and Kai and Tangle obviously. So
Mm,
yeah,
yeah.
those two teams for
Man,
sure.
dude, that
Which is
that
funny because they're my only two teams I didn't captain.
Yeah,
Isn't that
yeah,
funny?
yeah. Turns out casting makes you not have as much fun. Um, man, that would have been a crazy finals. My team, that was what it was supposed to be. Was my team versus your team in the finals.
I
That
don't
would
want to
have
hear
been
about it.
that. You guys probably would
I
have
don't
been
want to hear about
favored,
it.
but man, that would have been a good fucking series.
I don't want to hear
Um,
about it.
so as a captain, who I think people see you as somebody who's drafted really well, especially in the bottom seeds.
Captain of the year
Captain of the
is how
year.
I would is
Yeah.
how I would describe myself. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Who is the person that you're most proud of drafting or believing in from any season?
I
You have a
mean
lot of
just
them.
believing in myself.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know to see the kind of growth from like low seed to like best player in the world is like
Yeah, yeah. Drafting yourself
no,
is
I'm
your
kidding.
favorite. Yeah.
I'm kidding. I think Titus is like I think is the funniest one. Shout out
Yeah.
Titus, he's definitely watching because
Mm.
the way I drafted him was I just said in the draft channel he was my 7th seed and I said in the draft channel I said whoever reacts this message first is on my team.
Yo, I
And
remember that.
then, and then dude,
Oh man.
that meta was crazy. That
Yeah.
was
That's
I
actually
was
so
thinking,
smart too. Cause like
and
you
then
yeah,
it was like
that's so
within
smart.
like 2 seconds he reacted to it,
Man, I
and
forgot that was T Disc who did that. Like I remember you doing it, but I forgot T Disc was the one that did
yeah,
it.
that
Yeah.
was dope.
Yeah.
Also, I think ball sack juggler is pretty cool.
Hmm.
Like he was like beating people, which is just like funny to me.
That's crazy, yeah.
Like just the fact that that happened is like funny. But I don't know. I'm like, there's like so many people that like I'm pretty proud of. Like, there's a lot of people that I wouldn't. I say I made them, but like I really am not a great coach. Like I don't really contribute to like making someone a better player. I just do my best to like make them engage with the community, and like that seems to like result in that. To trickle down a little bit. There's like a
Mm,
bunch of players like Pooh Balls and LC, or like from
mm,
my 2 years, their 2 seasons ago team is pretty impactful. Like the fact that they're, I my goal is that every one of my seeds, every one of my players who like most people don't know very well, I
mm,
want them to be a higher seed in the next season
mm.
every single year. If I can get that, then I'm happy. And like that's been pretty consistent. At least like 10 people have played in the next season with a higher seed.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know the stats on this, but like I would imagine that like your turnover from your teams is probably like higher than most people's. Uh,
Yeah,
like
I
from
do my
from your
best.
from your bottom seeds to other teams.
I mean, low-key, one of my like, I don't want to give away all my trade secrets, but like to make like I think that certain things are just as important for your low seeds as like playing well is.
Oh, for sure.
Like I think mental and engagement,
Mm.
even like because especially because low seed matchups are just like they just go into shit sometimes.
Oh yeah.
Like
I mean, you
if
have
your
Dean on your
players can
team. You
like,
you know that better than anybody.
dude, if your players can go in swinging and they come out on top, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what kind of punches were thrown. You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly. Yeah.
like we saw that with like Rex.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, yeah.
um,
I mean, winning is all that matters. You know.
yeah. So like, I don't know. They don't have to be the best low seed to be successful. They have to. I think you can be just as successful if they're like happy and like want to play and want to win.
Hmm.
And like when it comes to the last game situation, they
Hmm.
like don't play any worse. They don't have to play.
Yeah.
They don't have to elevate. But if they
Hmm.
don't make as many mistakes as your opponent, it ends up working out for you a
Yeah.
lot of the time.
Yeah, that was something I think with this season that what was refreshing to me with the bottom seeds. Because like I feel like I don't know if it's because of my draft position but like I feel like a lot of the teams that I've been on before, like no offense to those people, but like a lot of our bottom seeds, like we just really couldn't trust and like they weren't very good or that they struggled a
Hmm.
lot. Like this season, like was the first season in a long time where like I felt comfortable like throwing a matchup with anybody on my team. Like everybody had like a swinger's chance to win or had a good win or like felt comfortable or like really truly wanted to improve and I wasn't used to that. Like we see Nelson how good he's becoming. Even Slop Rizzo, he like really actively tries to improve. Everybody. So I'm very very happy with how my team did and even though we didn't like win this season or anything.
I always DM low seeds,
Mm.
who I don't know, just like have like a short conversation with them. Normally it's like really awkward, but like I do it intentionally. Like I just like make it awkward because I think it's like entertaining for myself.
Mm.
But Nelson was like one of the two players that I was like certain was gonna like improve.
Yeah. Yeah, for
Just from
sure.
like you can almost tell from my like short, like if I was in position to draft Nelson, it was really hard for me because it was like Damon really wanted Goose,
Mm,
and I picked Dune in the fifth round,
mm,
and like Nelson went like 12 picks later. So it's kind of weird for me to pick him.
mm.
But if I was in position to, like I would have snapped him.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I'm a prophet, but like
Yeah, for sure. I
he
mean,
like there's certain things that you need in the low seed to like just be a better player than they start. And
mm,
he just seemed like a nice dude and
yeah,
like
yeah, he was
happy to play and engaged.
yeah, like he was in my chat like for a lot of the draft stream, like even when he like wasn't gonna be picked, obviously like the second, third round.
Yeah,
He seemed like a good guy. He seemed like he wanted to practice and get better. And like
yeah.
I'm very happy with this growth. Like I unironically think that at the end of the season, like he could arguably be the second seed on our team. Like he was like
That's crazy.
in the last set that he
You're
played.
you're nuts, dude.
Dude, no,
You're,
I'm not joking. Like in the last set that he played versus OG, like I think he played better than I would have played. I think he's
yeah,
that good at Pac One that he is like. I think he could have unironically been like the second to first
yeah,
best player, like in that time. Like not consistently, but like he played that insanely well, and
yeah. That's
I'm
crazy.
very happy with him. I think he's really good.
Yeah.
Um, so moving on to the next question. If you could change the outcome of any set that you've been in, what set would it be and why? So turn a loss to a win, or maybe if for some reason you wanna take a
I don't
loss.
I don't I don't live with regrets.
Yeah.
Um, but it probably would have been nice to beat Kelby in my 1-6 season
Oh
when I
yeah,
was
yeah. For
when
C
I was
tier.
three seeds his superior, and we lost 5-4 in the playoffs.
Yeah, yeah, dude. Kelby just gets it, dude. Kelby gets it done, bro. I
He has
don't
my
get.
number, dude.
Yeah, Kelby just has some people that he plays and he plays really good against.
Yeah,
Um,
that's probably the one. I mean, he just look good. He always sells himself short. I
mm,
don't know what it is. I've never watched him play a set where I thought he like where like it was one of those sets. I've never like watched him play one of those.
mm,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
But like he always has like he has one of those at once or twice every season where it's like wow, like he's
yeah.
beating someone who's way too good for him to
Mm.
beat because like he doesn't like seem to care about being that
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, I feel like he doesn't tilt. He's very humble. He just like plays his game. He doesn't like get in his head.
Yeah.
Like even like this season, he took Qatar all the way to like game 7. He just I don't
Well,
know.
Qatar was bad,
Yeah,
but
true.
no,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
understand.
yeah. Good point. Um,
Kelby's like top three British people probably.
yeah. I think I would agree. He's like the only British
Yeah.
person I actually like kind of like a little bit.
Yeah. Well, number one's David Attenborough.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
But he's probably three. I don't know who's two yet, but
so this season, your team made it to the finals. How has this team been? You guys are in a good spot to potentially win the whole thing. How's this team been? Did you know the whole time? Did you have any doubts about this team?
yes, I still do.
Still have doubts?
I don't want I don't want to put my team on blast because I love them to bits. But I've watched you know that meme with the guy with the guy in the like on the what's it called on the battlefield, and he has like
Oh yeah,
the
yeah. And he's like
that the
getting
shrapnel, he has the shrapnel hat, and he's like
yeah,
that's the face that he's making.
yeah.
That's me. That's me this season. I'm war hardened and I've seen some things.
Yeah. I guess
But
this would be the first team that has won, I guess, right? That you've been on, right? You haven't won yet, have you?
no, I
Yeah.
haven't.
Yeah.
I've been to one other finals.
Mhm.
Um, that was with the Pac 3 team with Rec and
Mhm.
all the low seeds. But yeah, I guess one of the differences for this team is that I've never really had like a really successful top heavy, or I don't know about top heavy, but like because every
Mhm.
good team has to have wins from all seven players. But
Mhm.
like the best performers were Phoenix and Damon.
Mhm.
And I've never had a team that like had top seeds that were the most reliable.
Yeah.
Like where I want my one seed to play into their one seed, just because like I think my one seed is a better matchup into every other person's one seed.
Yeah, for sure. Um.
So that's like the biggest difference. But
Yeah.
I don't know, the team's cool. It's fun. It's a good time.
Yeah. I feel like me and you both just like because of where we are like in draft position, like we're bound to not have like a top 5 player as the one seed. But this
Yeah,
season, Damon like decided to be like the best in
popped
the
off.
game. So yeah.
Yeah, well, he's the reason why we're in the playoffs. Like the main reason. He's probably the biggest differential from their draft position.
Yeah. He
Um,
I like because I was going through doing like we did the predictions for the awards. So I was like going through getting the candidates list ready and like wow, like Damon has a real case to be the biggest steal of the draft.
yeah, it's also hard to
It's
like
just
argue that he's not.
absurd.
If we win, it's hard to argue that he's not the MVP. Like it
Yeah,
might
yeah.
be. It's probably unanimous if we win.
Yeah, I would say so, yeah. Especially if he beats Ona.
Yeah, that would be
It's
huge.
hard to vote against him for the number one spot.
But we certainly have doubts. I think some of the low seed sets are going to be fun. Like
Oh yeah.
we barely scraped by to the finals in the first place. We had four final game sets in a row
Mhm.
in the last 2 days.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a
So
lot of stress.
yeah, there was a whole ton of stress.
Yeah. So next question. Who are your top 5 players of all time and why? It doesn't have to be like, I know you're kind of on the spot here, but
Right, right.
yeah.
Well, obviously, Fangar is like my Ken. If you know Melee, that's for like people who know Melee, I
Yeah,
guess.
I
But
don't,
like
but yeah.
Ken is like he was super dominant in Melee, and like if he played right now, he would probably just get shit on.
Yeah.
Like he would probably like if he trained, but like if you put himself in like 2010 into
Mhm.
the game now, he wouldn't be top 100.
Yeah.
But back then he like never lost. Not saying that Fangar wouldn't be good now, but
Mm,
like
mm.
Fangar was dominant way back in the day. Like he's like the Wilt. He's like our Wilt.
Yeah, you're actually
He was
so true.
just because Spengar was playing against farmers doesn't mean he wasn't putting up like 50 and 30, you know? Like
Yeah.
it's still like a valid like
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Fengar, Katarba obviously. I think I just to name the players who have probably been number one at some point.
Yeah.
So Fengar, Rekwar, Katarba, Kai.
Mm,
Oh, actually. Fengar, Katarba, and Kai are definitely there.
yeah.
And then I think the last two spots have to go to one of Requar, Markoto, or Light.
Yeah, I think that's a fair list. I'm trying to think if there's
I think
anybody else that has a kind of
I
good
think I
stations.
leave. I think Skunkle, but I don't know if Skunkle's been at the top long enough. Own it for sure
Oh,
deserves a
that's
mention.
somewhere in there. You know who has like a sneaky mention to be like he's probably not top five, but he's like maybe top 10.
Who
Echo,
the best?
dude.
The best North American player.
The best of the yeah, the best of the no, like if you really think about it, like as of the last like 6 months, like there hasn't been a meta that Echo has been bad in, and he has like proven time and time again that he's like during the Pack 2
Yes,
Lotto
that's
meta, he
fair.
was like the best Pack 2 player on, so he's the best player on the best pack. Then it was he was pretty good in the Dodo meta, and then he was pretty good in the mouse spam meta, and now he's like pretty good now, like he just beat Fluffo. So like
Well, there was the reason why he got best NA player was because we voted at a time where he was arguably the best player. Like, we're
yeah.
arguably second best player in the world. I just ignore Kai. That's
Yeah,
because there's a rotating door and he's like on the other end of it, just
yeah.
chilling there.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the reason why he won is because like there's an argument to be made that he was the second best player in the world at that time.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, definitely, yeah.
So
I
yeah,
think I would leave Markoto off my list though,
yeah,
and I would have my second five Echo's probably in there with like Markoto and Skunkle and Own It and I don't know someone else to
yeah.
not
Me, right?
who's not
Me,
named.
me, me, probably.
Yes, I would probably put. I don't really know who'd be 10th though, but someone else for sure. Yeah,
Yeah, but like me, right? Probably. Hey,
yeah. No, no, no.
I got like four top fours in
When
majors.
I
I
think
mean,
about all the players, it's like it's probably someone.
yeah, like me,
Actually,
probably.
I think I it's either you at like 15th or 14th, and then if I was to say like 10th, because
Oh,
you were talking about like
like you
you're
at
talking about
10.
10th.
Yeah.
I think no, I think like Damon has an argument.
Yeah, I think he does. He's
Double
like
major
he's a weird
wins,
kid. Like Damon is
a
so
major
weird to me.
win.
Damon is so weird because like he like I don't know, man. Like he'll have like a 3 month period where he's like really fucking good, and then he sucks for 2 months, and then he's like back to really good, and then he sucks again. Like I feel like he's so meta dependent. Like I feel like the last meta, like he wasn't that good, but then like the meta before that, like the Lotto meta, he was really good, and now he's like really good
Yeah.
again. So like I think he's
I think
really
when he's
meta
not good, he
dependent.
just doesn't try.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I think he has the skill to be good every meta. Also, Karma said just ignoring Debbie Klein is so true. I forgot
Yeah.
about
I mean, the
Bagels.
thing is, I think
I
Bagels.
don't think Bagels is top 10, top 5, but he's definitely
Yeah.
top
I
10.
mean,
You can't leave him out
the
top
thing
10.
is, Bagels is probably like one of the best like pure skill players, but like he just
Yeah,
doesn't have like he didn't play like the longevity's not really there.
highest
Um,
peak. Echo still says that
yeah,
Bagels, sorry, not Bagels. Debbie Klein is the best player he's ever seen play.
bro, that like
Because
Debbie
we did the
Klein.
all tournament.
Oh yeah,
When we,
yeah. He
dude,
would,
because
dude.
Bagels didn't even play Pack 2.
No, he didn't play any of
He
the
didn't
best
own
except for
it.
one. That's why like
He didn't own it.
no, yeah, that's crazy. But like he is like Debbie Klein is like Derrick Rose, MVP year.
Debbie Klein had a Derrick Rose
Yeah,
run. Yeah,
the
for sure.
youngest MVP. Like he came into the scene, he was insanely good, and then he just like stopped. He just like
Yeah.
yeah, and then he scammed Echo, and it's like a whole thing. Uh, um, so I'm gonna get into some fan questions now, some viewer
Oh, I'm
questions.
excited. I'm excited.
Damon has a question. He asks, "What makes you continue to play SAP? Slash, what is your best SAP memory?"
I continue to play SAP because I think it's fun. You're
Yeah,
not gonna get that answer from almost everyone, but
yeah.
I mean, I don't like play it all the time. Like, especially like I don't know. Most of the time, I'm not like playing it in my free time.
Mm,
Um, I'll like pick up a couple of ranked games on the toilet or something like that, or like when I'm laying in bed or when I first wake up or things like that. But I just think it's fun. Like, I don't. I've never really been like one of the people who think that the game sucks, like
yeah,
ever.
yeah,
There's
for
always going
sure.
to be like issues with a game like this. Like, but the reason why people say the game sucks is because they lose because of RNG.
Mm,
And like you're playing a game that has that in it. You have to understand that it's going to happen.
yeah.
And it's also like the community. Like we're
Mm.
super lucky to have
Oh
like
yeah, for
each
sure.
other. Like, dude, we were talking about it earlier because we had to deal with a certain individual recently, who was sending IP grabber links and
Oh yeah.
making some jokes. And we were like, dude, it's been like 3 years almost, and like we've had like four weird people,
Yeah, I mean,
seriously like problematic people, and like for like an online gaming community, like, it's like
yeah.
that's
Wait,
crazy. Like
like,
most of them have like four a month,
yeah,
even as small as us. Like there's plenty of small games who have like
yeah.
similar like issues, but
Yeah, when like your second worst person is like Aaron, that's like not even that bad, bro. Aaron is,
Aaron's not our
dude.
second worst.
Aaron is like a model citizen if he played Valorant. Aaron's like,
I
like,
love Aaron personally. I
like,
think Aaron's the best. But
if Aaron played like any other toxic game, he's probably like the fucking nicest person in the community.
yeah,
So
yeah, that's
him
true.
being one of our worst people
Like
is crazy.
League, like Aaron doesn't
Yeah.
even like. He's not even like mean.
Yeah.
What was the second part of the question? He said,
What's your best SAP memory?
"Oh, I don't know. I don't really have one that stands out. I feel like my best memories are like the time that I wasted like sitting in voice calls like too late, not going to
Mm.
bed.
Oh yeah.
Um, well, I don't know. I just like those are my best memories, but there's not
Yeah.
like one that stands out to me. It's just
Yeah. I feel like I don't know if I just like jumble them together, but like I think like every like 2 to 3 weeks there's like one night in the dojo where like there's fucking 20 people in the call at like 4 a.m.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
great for me because I'm ahead on
Yeah.
time, so I'm always
Yeah.
like chilling.
Yeah, you're
But like
good.
sometimes I'll look at the clock and it's like 12:30, and I'm like, damn, like you guys are all still up on like
Yeah,
a
yeah,
Wednesday. This is
yeah.
crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, especially because like this audience is like somewhat young, so like there's like people in school, and like there's like fucking 15 people at the call at like 3 in the morning. I'm like, what are they doing
Yeah,
on?
yeah.
Like people think crazy,
We
bro.
yeah, we get a little degenerate.
Yeah. Um. Okay, so the next question comes from Echo. I don't know if there's a background to this question, but he asks, "What was your nickname in high school?"
Oh, it's just like that's like a bit I run.
Oh
Every
yeah.
every time anyone like says like a phrase that I think is funny,
Mm.
I'll just say that was my nickname in high school. That's like the bit. Let me come up with that on the spot. What's something that we said earlier today that was funny? Yeah, I don't really know. People used to call back in high school. People used to call me nickname in high school a little bit, but
I got
that
you.
wasn't like that one didn't really stick around. Like it was kind of a
Yeah.
mouthful.
Yeah,
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 but
yeah.
that was one of my favorite ones. Yeah.
So next question comes in from Gio. He's got two. First off, he asks, what are your plans? He said, what are his plans after finishing being a stats nerd at college?
Probably be like a stats nerd in life.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I don't know. That's like a weird question.
Yeah, like
It's like
well,
not with the
like
theme.
are
I don't mind sharing. So my dream has always been to do like sports analytics, like data
mm,
analytics.
yeah.
I have like I don't have an internship lined up, but I really want to apply to work in the MLB
Mm,
this summer.
mm,
Just intern there and see what it's like.
mm,
But also I'm like pretty interested in AI. I
yeah.
worked I helped develop like some AI software
Mm,
in this last summer. So that's pretty intriguing to me, something that I can do.
mm,
But something like that. I'm not like for me. I'm career based. I'm like very much like happiness focused.
mm,
I've always wanted to like move around
mm,
and like live different places and experience different things. So I want like ideally I want a job that makes me enough money, but money isn't like a big draw to me. Like if
mm,
it's honestly if I'm getting an offer that's like 150,000 versus an offer that's like 95, and
mm,
like my plan is to live on my own, I would like if like that difference like barely means anything,
mm,
which is kind of crazy because like a super significant difference. But like if I can afford to do what I want to do with a lesser amount of money, like I care so much more about my happiness.
mm,
Um, so probably find a job that can let me travel, that can let me live in different places,
mm,
um, and maybe a job that's like a little interesting
mm.
would be cool.
Then this is the big question here, what we're all wondering. What is your favorite hat in your collection?
I don't have all of them here. I can go through some of them if you guys want. Just for some context here.
Mm.
How many of these are really important to show? Because there's a couple that don't really matter. I have some like high school hats and things like that. Hold on. Actually, I think I know the answer, and I don't have the hat with me. That's my favorite.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god! I was not expecting there to be this many.
So I left some of them at school,
Mm.
but here's my hard hat. It's definitely up there.
Yeah.
Oh, this hat. This is old reliable. I wear this like in
Oh.
public the most, but
Mm.
the Goofy hat
Oh,
signed by Goofy.
that hits. Wait, what Goofy was it? Like the real Goofy, or like
Yeah, yeah,
like the voice
yeah.
actor, or like a costume guy?
No, look. It says. I know it's flipped, but it says
Yeah.
Garsh on it.
Is that like the
Like it's the real.
Really?
It's the real Goofy.
That's actually crazy. I didn't know that.
Like it was like a dog, but he was like standing up.
Oh yeah,
crazy.
that's crazy. Yeah, he was like
Yeah,
talking.
it was at Disney. It was at Disney.
Yeah.
Nationals 2019 World Series hat, very meaningful to me.
Oh yeah.
I cried when we won. This
Uh,
was up there. This is like my like little here. This is like my little like Christina Aguilera hat. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like Britney Spears in like 2005.
Mm.
I like that one. That one fits my head very well. Here's another one, another beret with a little flower on it. It's kind of cute. I fuck with that one heavy. My Puerto Rico bucket hat up there for sure.
Oh, dude,
It's a nice one.
Dude, there's like a fucking famous screenshot of you wearing that hat, isn't there?
Yeah, the one that Sammy always sends.
Yeah.
Here's my little bow bucket hat.
That's your
That one's
Kelby
nice.
hat. Yeah.
My Kelby hat. Here's my fedora.
Yeah.
Drip. Here's my USS George W. Bush hat. Shout out my goat,
Yeah.
George. Here's my Yankee with no brim.
That's crazy. That's good you actually have that.
Here's my old timer Phillies hat. It's like basically like an oval. It's very funny. Here's my Boston running hat, Boston Marathon. Rest in peace. Here's my knitted beanie made by my aunt or my niece. I'm sorry. Here's my UW beanie. Go Dogs. Here's my UW women's lacrosse bucket hat.
That's crazy.
Go Dogs.
Yeah.
And last but not least, here's my little dog, cute dog hat. Go Dogs. Unnamed but very important is the Barbie hat and the IKEA bucket. But I would have to say that my favorite is probably the IKEA bucket hat. It's just too important to my life.
Yeah.
But I have plenty.
Mm-hmm. So some questions from the chat. Knob asks, "What's your favorite football team?"
So I'll answer to both questions because I imagine he's asking about soccer because he's European EU. But
yeah, EU, yucky.
My favorite NFL yucky. My favorite NFL team is the Panthers.
Oh God!
We can leave it at that.
Yeah.
We can leave it at that. We're embarrassingly bad. Although we're 31st in the power rankings instead of 32nd now, so
that's huge.
We're moving up. It's the first time all season.
Hey, look, man, I'm a Bulls fan. I'm a Chicago Bulls fan. I know pain and suffering, and it's gonna continue for a long time.
Well, Tyler, if it makes you feel any better, so what the Panthers are currently dealing with, right, is that we are the worst team in the league by a lot, 2-12. We have no first round pick. We have no second for 2 more years, or for next year and the year after. We spent all those picks on a quarterback who is the 4th best rookie quarterback this year. He doesn't look awful, but there are 3 better than him who were drafted after him. Our only bright spot is our defense, and our entire defense is about 26 years old. So by the time our team is rebuilt, they'll all be gone. So we'll have to rebuild a defense too. So that's there's literally no hope. Yeah. There's no even like path to any foreseeable future.
Yeah,
that's what we're dealing with right now.
That's looking rough. Yeah. Because the Bears have your pick, right? I think. Yeah. Like I'm not a huge NFL person, but I follow it a little bit.
Yeah.
And the Bears are my second team.
Yeah, they're gonna be fun. I think this because there's some pretty interesting draft prospects at the top of the draft this year
Mm,
for the Bears because the Bears get two. The Bears are going to get like a pretty high pick from their own pick, and then also first overall for us.
yeah.
But
Caleb Williams, hopefully, maybe.
I don't know. I think they trade. I think I have a feeling they trade down to like 2 or 3.
If they believe in Fields.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't think Fields is bad, and I think they like some of the weapons that are at the top of the draft are like crazy. This Marvin Harrison guy is like
Mm,
potentially the greatest wide receiver prospect in like NFL history.
mm,
He's like 6'4". He runs as fast as most. He's basically just like Calvin Johnson.
mm,
So that's crazy.
mm. So your favorite
Oh,
soccer
also
team?
soccer team,
Your football
um,
team? Yeah.
football team. I don't really have. I mean, obviously Wickham.
Wickham. Yeah,
That's who
Wickham. Yeah.
I have the kit. I don't know if I brought it home, but I have the kit. I've worn it on stream plenty of times. They mean the most to me, but I
Mm,
don't really like keep up with them. You know what I mean? Like I don't know
yeah.
how they're doing. Well, I know how they're doing. They're doing ass right now in real life, but
Mm,
like I don't like pay attention to every game.
mm,
Um, I think I go out of my way to watch Arsenal a
mm,
lot right now.
mm,
But I don't really have like a team that I support in the Prem, or like
mm.
that's the league that I watch the most.
Yeah.
Um, you're saying like you know exactly what I'm talking
I
about,
know
but
Premier League. Hey, I used to.
yeah,
I
yeah.
played soccer for like 8 years. You know.
Really? Oh,
Yeah. Like I never
yeah,
like watched it, but like I you know like that much. But like I mean I know the teams. You know. Like I used to play like FIFA like 12.
yeah.
With like Wayne Rooney on the fucking.
On the cover,
I'm a
yeah,
Manchester United fan, quote unquote.
yeah.
So
Shut up,
like
mom.
Wayne Rooney, that's about all I got in my bag
They
was
had
Wayne
Ronaldo. They
Rooney.
had Ronaldo back then.
They had Ronaldo like 2015 or 16. Yeah,
Yeah, they had some good players.
yeah.
Yeah, but right now I think I like I just like say what teams I love watching.
Mm,
And Manchester City also is really fun
mm,
because they're like it's kind of rare to have like a really good team play really good soccer in like the professional world right now.
mm,
Like or I don't know if that's true, but like some of the really good teams are kind of boring. Like Real Madrid is really good and they kind of just play like hope ball. Like they
mm.
just like defend and just like they just have like 3 good attackers and they just give them the ball and they just say do
Yeah,
whatever the fuck
yeah.
they want and they just like they I don't know they win games like 1-0 because like one of their players has done like scored the craziest goal they've ever scored in their life but then they
Mm,
just like top it the next week.
yeah.
But yeah, like Manchester City is really like they played beautiful
Mm,
football, so
yeah.
those two are up there for me.
Mm. Venus has a question. They asked, how did you get involved with community management of the comp SAP scene, and what are your hopes for the SAP scene going forward?
I honestly don't remember. Oh wait, I
Yeah.
do remember.
Wait, didn't you
So
applied, right? To be yeah, because I applied too, I think. Which I honestly like was really happy when I didn't get it. Because like I was like, man, this is gonna be a lot of work. And like that was
I
when
actually
like Math Geek was running it. I'm like, man, I don't
oh
wanna deal with this guy the whole
oh
time.
that might be my greatest set memory.
Oh
The
yeah?
the wicked witch dying. Yeah, the water got the water got poured on her and she was melting. It was crazy. And
That's
I
so
was like
fucked.
filming it. I was like Instagram living it too. I was like there was like I was like screaming world star. Like he was like melting on the ground. That was crazy. That's up there.
Oh, that's crazy. I got a little bit of love because during my subathon, Mathgate gifted me 100 subs, so he made me
Oh
stream.
wow.
Yeah. So there was like it was an hour for every sub, and like the whole time building up to it, he's like, man, I guess he was like, go. He's linked to me some random League of Legends streamer, and like I looked, he was like the fucking top donor with like 600 on the month or something crazy. He's like,
That's
just be
crazy.
ready for your subathon. And like the first fucking hour, he dropped 100 subs. So I had to
I mean,
stream
he's
for
clearly
a
like
long time.
smart. Like I guess he works
Yeah,
a job
yeah,
that allows him to do shit like that.
yeah.
That's
He's got it
crazy.
like
That
that.
is wild.
So shout out to him for that. But I don't agree with
Yeah.
a lot of his opinions or decisions in SAP. So
He has made a masterpiece with his Wordle in the shower video. You've seen that, right? You have
oh
to have.
my god, I have it, but I remember
Dude,
you guys
it's
memeing on him
so
for uploading
funny.
Portal
It's
videos.
so no. But there was one where he's like in the shower and you can't hear like what he's saying because the sound of the water is so loud.
Masterpiece.
Oh my god, it's so funny. It's in the dojo somewhere. If you like, if
Mm,
you do like any type of searching for it, you'll be able to
yeah,
find it. I think Semi was the one who said it first, but
that's crazy.
it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Mhm.
Um, but I started so Echo and Month mentioned it
Mm.
because they both applied, which is kind of fucked for me. But
Yeah.
but they both applied because they wanted to, and
Mm.
then I applied after them, like in Teen Tour Season 1.
Mm.
I had experience, so like I mentioned Destiny before. I was like the leader of my clan, which is like it was kind of bullshit. We didn't do much. Like I didn't do much besides just like organize like um people doing things together because the game is like very cooperative. Like there's like things called raids. It's kind of similar to like WoW, where like you need 6 people
Mm.
all together at the same time who are ready to commit like a couple hours to like something cooperative.
Mm.
So like organizing those was like my real only job, but
Mm.
like that was like my somewhat of experience like organizing people.
Mm.
Um, so I kind of felt like I could be good at it, and like like that was when I was first getting into it. I thought the community was really awesome, so I got into it.
Mm.
I mean nowadays I don't really do much.
Yeah, yeah. Like,
Like
there's nothing like to do. Like, there's no moderation. Really.
yeah. Like I get called every so often. Like the bat signal goes up and I have to do something, but
Yeah.
like we don't really have like serious like criminals anymore, you know. So like I like
Yeah.
there's nothing for me to like organize.
Mm.
So like yeah, now me and Karma just kind of like chill. That's
Yeah,
like it,
yeah.
and like DSC.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, I feel like now, I mean, pretty much. Somebody actually said this in the TO chat. I think it was like Katarbo or something. That was like, I mean, the TO chat is pretty much like the dojo admin chat at this
yeah, well,
point.
when we had like the problem that we had earlier, like they didn't even DM me.
Mm.
Like multiple people DM Damon.
Yeah, which
And I
is
was like, this
crazy.
is fine because Damon would let me know, but it's like they can't do anything about
Yeah, yeah.
it. But yeah, I mean, our like part of our intention when Krill left was to like make it so people don't even know who like owns the server, who are the mods or anything, because it's like we were all like somewhat engaged in the community, so it had been like lame. Like I think it's lame to like have a little color next to my name because I like am a Discord moderator. It's also not a glamorous job, nor something that I ever want to tell anyone in my real life.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but like it's I don't know. You can't have none,
Mm.
but I don't really like take much credit for doing anything anymore. I
Mm.
kind of just like have the power to click, and I think I'm like responsible enough to not like overuse it. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's about all the questions I got for you. Where do we find you? You got anything else you want to add?
Yeah, if you're interested in soccer, I'm probably going to be streaming that like pretty much the entire, I don't know, until my school gets super serious again in the winter.
Mm.
Football Manager. It
Yeah.
means so much to me, my team. The last time out, I couldn't stop playing, but it was a dumpster fire. I lost 17 games in a row, Tyler.
Oh my god,
It
that's
was
so
so
bad.
bad. You know, and it was like 4 hours of just we drew two.
Mm.
And it was just 4 hours of me sitting there like depressed. Like mom said he thought it was hilarious because like he could see my mood like deteriorating over time.
Mm.
And like after I like got off, I like was like my mood was changed for the rest of the night. I was just, like sitting there in my room like blank stare, like nothing.
Mm.
But yeah, so twitch.tv/hop off it. That's where you can find me. I
Yeah, yeah.
imagine everyone here probably knows it.
Probably, yeah. Well,
Sometimes I stream SAP.
Mm.
My SAP streams I try to have some fun too, but mostly it's just like sets.
Mm.
Um, Probably stream my set against T-Disc like sometime tomorrow. I think is when we're playing. Tomorrow or the day after,
The tomorrow's
whichever.
when you can't play because tomorrow's his birthday, right?
Oh, it's tomorrow's birthday.
Yeah.
Happy
So,
birthday, T-Disc.
so that's the only day
Um,
you're free. Yeah, yeah.
if you're interested in SAP, catch me Friday. I'll go live.
Mm.
Um, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's it.
Appreciate
You
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 for
guys
coming
don't
on.
be a stranger
Yeah, yeah.
to everyone else.
Yeah, appreciate you for
But
coming on.
thank you.
It
Sorry for
took
being late.
no, you're
Sorry
getting
for
it took a lot to schedule because I had to move it the first time. You were supposed to be the first episode, and then my house had to get like
yeah,
construction on it,
yeah.
so then we had
Mhm.
to leave.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
then we had to
Oh,
move
okay.
it.
And then
Yeah,
you moved me to third because
yeah,
you had construction. I
yeah,
wasn't special.
yeah.
And then you also didn't have me on Survivor.
Look, okay. I wanted you on there, but I don't
You know
know.
what's really funny? I wasn't serious. Like I was obviously messing with you, but I was also like when I first saw it, I was like, oh, I wish I got invited.
Yeah.
Last week I was like mid like I was like super busy on Monday. or
Mm.
I guess not even last week, like 2 days ago. I was like super busy, and then I had looked at my phone and it was like SAP Survivor. Was it Monday or was it Friday?
Friday.
Yeah, so it was Friday. I was super busy, and it was even after my finals had finished, and I looked at my phone, I saw a notification, I just like laughed to myself. I was like, "Oh, he's right." I
Yeah,
was like,
like
I 100% couldn't have done that. It would
yeah,
have been awful if like the one day everyone's good, I'm just like, yeah, no, I just can't show up today,
yeah, yeah. um, but like,
so don't feel bad
hey,
about not inviting me. You're 100%
look,
right.
look, season two, we'll get you in there. Hopefully, it's a better time. We got because like there's a lot of people that like I really wanted to get in there that just couldn't, like we just couldn't do it. So
Yeah,
um,
yeah.
but
No, season two, I'll probably be a little bit more free.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
I think this winter I'll be like a pretty free bird in
mhm,
terms of like my schedule. I
yeah.
mean, still have school, but like my school isn't going to be as taxing. I'm reaching the final stretch, so
Yeah, I mean, I've thought about like the player list too. If we do another season, if this one turns out good, dude, I've spent like fucking 10 hours editing the video or some shit for the
oh
episode
man,
one, and like
yeah,
it's so far away from done.
you
So
don't want to do it again.
yeah, I'm like pushing myself to like I should probably at least upload one video, but
You work too hard, Tyler.
dude, like
I hope you get reward. I hope you get the reward for it. I really do.
hopefully, but like all I'm saying is if we do it season two, we got a good lineup. So, uh, either way,
I'd be
appreciate
down. Keep me in mind.
yeah, for sure, for sure. Appreciate you again, and thanks for coming on, and see you later, man.
Bye. Bye.